him or her to have to complement your skill.
Sure. Number two, I would want sales. Sales are always, with small business, sales are what you need. And that's, if I needed a number three, then I'd want to, I believe in expanding the research and be able to find those markets and move it. There's many other ideas maybe that I'd have that we could incorporate that I just don't have the time now, operating this as a full-time, to go with. I'd like to take that and be able to either go with the research or go with operating the day-to-day and have somebody head up the research.
Did you know that? You know those? Are there other employees now?
There's no other employees now, no.
Sure.
No. The sole employee.
Comes through. I mean, you can sell this better than anybody on the planet because
Sure.
you're reading it, so
Right,
you can see that.
right. Yep. And that's,
I was just going to say, do you know what sort of market you have right now in this and what the potential is?
yeah, I mean, with the potential with all the trucking and whatnot, my market penetration is like 1-2%. And there's one competitor out there that sells a product that will work for trucking and above as far as industrial strength. They need that strength. Most similar products will come from China. You might see these in Canadian Tire for $99 for cars. They just don't have the strength to hold up in a trucking or industrial market, and these do.
So would you go into the automotive, like just regular?
No. A regular car truck today has one built by that manufacturer. 2005 law was passed that all cars and trucks built after that have to have a tire pressure monitoring system. So they all developed their own proprietary version. Yeah, yeah.
The word proprietary. This is your proprietary.
So
Have you filed for some patents on it?
some, yep. What I developed were some minor parts of an already existing system. So I like to say, I didn't make the bread, I sliced it. So I made sliced bread. That's why I partnered with Pressure Pro. You'll see Pressure Pro's name on all the products because it's kind of like maybe something like a Shelby Mustang. It's built by Ford, but it's enhanced by Carroll Shelby. And so something like that. It is a Pressure Pro product. Pressure Pro puts it on their mark, but all the industrial ones have been enhanced by Control TPMS.
You're a small operation. You've got a very specialized niche market at this point. It's a
Yep.
wonderful niche market. But what's to prevent Peterbilt from saying, gee, we're going to put pressure sensors in our trucks?
Sure.
And 5 years from now, the whole market is saturated with, and how do you work with that very large conglomerate as an entrepreneur to make it work for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of the trucking companies are looking at what the cars are already doing and thinking about incorporating it into their truck design. The main advantage this would give beyond somebody else's is that this is already fleet enhanced. So this you can walk into, plug and play into a fleet, and you have full control over your entire fleet of tires. And that's a big seller not only for the tire manager at the shop, but the tire manager for the tire dealer. Many of these Benson tires want to push it for their customers because they want it for them. Now they don't have to go there every couple days to check the tire pressure. They can go once a week, twice a month, that sort of thing, and they can actually wait for the updates to be sent to them. And it's actually a time saver. They right now normally pay a guy, $80,000 or so to go to the mines to check the tire pressures for all their customers. And so if we eliminate that person, that almost becomes the cost of all the systems for their entire fleet. And that's the difference, that this is already fleet enhanced. Rather, if you buy a Peterbilt, the next week buy a Volvo, they might not work together. And that's where telematics systems are usually put on top of the trucks. And that's why the trucks haven't just done it themselves. Because a lot of these truckers will buy maybe a GPS system and something else. So we've actually worked with these other providers, like PeopleSoft or whoever who's developing GPS units to allow ours to transmit over their networks, to network it through their devices, to incorporate with their software through our API. And that's been the difference between Peterbilt building it and us building it.
Let me ask a bit of a leading question. If you think back about your experience at Laurier, is there anything that stands out that you can say that really helped you with what you're doing right now, whether in class or just the whole Laurier experience? What would you have said that you've taken away from university that has helped with?
Sure. Almost every class helped me with going through this. From the first database I used on the systems was a clone of the database I used in database class. Right down to I took some business courses, programming courses. I've written tons of softwares. Everything, even software development courses have taught me the way to develop the software and keep records, which actually helped when we looked for grants and getting money back from the government for research and whatnot, that we already had those in place and we didn't have to go writing them after the fact. As well as just following the scientific model in research and from physics courses and whatnot, being able to experiment